Is your dog limping, dealing with severe itching, or keeping you up at night with soft stools? You've probably heard the word inflammation used a lot by vets, online articles, and pet brands. They usually make it seem like a bad thing. But it's often not clear what inflammation actually means, or how much to worry about it. Did you know that inflammation isn't always harmful? In this video, we're going to break down what inflammation really is, when it's normal and helpful, when it becomes a problem, and what commonly causes inflammation in dogs, so you can better understand what's going on with your own dog. Welcome to Bernie's University, the free online learning zone for dog lovers. Brought to you by Bernie's Best. I'm Bernie, the inspiration behind our science-backed supplements. The better you understand your dog, the better you can take care of them. I'm here to help. So what does inflammation actually mean? The word gets a bad reputation, but inflammation isn't automatically bad. It's how your dog's body heals cuts, fights infections, and repairs damaged tissue. Without inflammation, wounds wouldn't heal and infections wouldn't clear. So what does inflammation really do? It's part of the body's emergency response system. When something harmful shows up, like illness, infection, or injury, the immune system sends reinforcements. Blood flow increases. More white blood cells move in. The area may become warm, swollen, or tender. That response is supposed to be temporary. Inflammation becomes a problem when it doesn't turn off, or when the immune system reacts to things that aren't actually dangerous. Instead of helping briefly, inflammation sticks around too long. That's when short-term, helpful inflammation turns into long-term, chronic inflammation. So the key distinction isn't whether inflammation exists, it's whether it resolves. Helpful inflammation shows up, does its job, and turns off. Harmful inflammation lingers and can even affect tissues that weren't the original problem. This is why understanding inflammation matters. Chronic inflammation doesn't always show up as one obvious issue. It can affect joints, skin, digestion, energy levels, mood, and immune health, sometimes all at once. Once you understand what inflammation is and when it becomes a problem, and the next question is, how can you actually help your dog? Chronic inflammation in dogs usually isn't random. It's the result of repeated signals that keep telling the immune system something is wrong. And those signals often come from a few common sources like diet, gut imbalance, environmental triggers, injuries or lingering infections, excess weight and joint strain, even chronic stress. Food isn't automatically inflammatory. But if a dog reacts to a specific ingredient, the immune system may respond as if it is a threat. If that reaction happens repeatedly, the immune system can remain activated, and sustained activation is what leads to chronic inflammation. Another way diet affects inflammation is through the types of fats a dog eats. Some dietary fats tend to push the body toward inflammation. Others help bring it back down. For example, omega-3 fats, like those found in fish oil, signal the body to lower inflammation, which is why they can be so helpful in supplements. Dogs also need omega-6 fats. They're a normal part of their diet and play an important role in starting inflammation when it's necessary. But in many modern diets, dogs consume far more omega-6 than omega-3. When omega-6 fats significantly outweigh omega-3s, the body can stay in a more inflammatory state than it should. Diet matters, but so does the condition of the gut itself. If a dog's gut is chronically irritated, the immune system may stay in response mode since much of the immune system surrounds the digestive tract. Ongoing gut inflammation can keep sending signals that ripple beyond digestion, and that can contribute to whole body inflammation over time. Inflammation isn't always driven by digestion. Environmental triggers like pollen, dust, and mold can activate the immune system repeatedly in sensitive dogs. When that exposure keeps happening, inflammation can become a constant background process rather than a short-term response. Sometimes inflammation is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Injuries and infections trigger inflammation so the body can repair damage and fight threats. When we talk about inflammation, joints and osteoarthritis often come up too. Arthritis, normal wear and tear, and excess weight all increase stress on the joints. That stress can trigger ongoing inflammation. Stress isn't just behavioral, it affects the body too. If a dog is under constant stress, the body can stay in fight or flight mode. And when that system stays switched on, inflammation can become harder to turn off. Now that you know common causes, you know that inflammation doesn't happen in isolation. It's influenced by what your dog eats, how their gut functions, what they're exposed to, how much strain their joints are under, and even how stressed they feel. When those stressors add up, the immune system can have a harder time settling down. So how can you help? Helping your dog isn't about turning off inflammation completely. It's about giving the body the support it needs to regulate it appropriately. So how can you help? Start with the foundations. Look closely at your dog's diet. Identify and avoid ingredients that may trigger sensitivities. Supplements can be a helpful way to support digestion because so much of the immune system surrounds the gut. When digestion is off, inflammatory signaling can stay elevated longer than it should. For example, Perfect Poop is a simple daily habit to sprinkle on your dog's meals. Its 4-in-1 blend of probiotics, prebiotics, fiber, and enzymes reinforces the foundation that helps the body regulate inflammation appropriately. Don't forget to consider fat balance in the diet. Modern dog diets often contain more omega-6 fats than omega-3s. Adding an omega-3 supplement, like my favorite, our extra-strength Bernie's OMG Omegas, can help restore that balance. Omega-3s support joint health, skin health, digestive health, and overall immune regulation, especially in dogs dealing with chronic inflammation. Next, keep weight in a healthy range and encourage appropriate movement. Reducing excess joint strain lowers one of the most common ongoing inflammatory triggers. And don't overlook stress. A stable environment helps a dog's body avoid staying in a constant state of alert. All of these tips keep your dog's inflammatory system balanced and ready when they need it. Support the foundations and support your dog's natural ability to calm inflammation instead of staying stuck in it. If this helped, I've got more videos that go deeper into all kinds of dog health topics. Click right here to keep learning how to help your dog. And please subscribe to get more simple, science-backed dog health videos from Bernie's University.